Hello and welcome to the lecture series on monetary economics. In the previous classes, we have seen the concept of regional rural banks and we have also seen the features associated with the same. In today's class, I'll give you an idea of the evolution of regional rural banks in the Indian context. So let's get started. So when you look at the rural India, it was already burdened with a lot of problems. I'm talking about the rural India in 1970s to be very precise. And the problems associated with rural India were debt burden. Debt burden was one problem. Then we have high rates of interest from the money lenders as a problem. Then we have poor access to financial institutions. So these were certain problems associated with rural parts of the country, and as a result of it, the government of India envisaged setting up a newly formed institution to cater to the needs of rural India, and it came in the shape of regional rural banks. So let us see why RRBs were set up. They were set up to improve the quality of life in rural India. Second of all, they were set up for improving the well-being of the people of rural India. Third of all, it was formed to provide access to institutional credit in the rural parts of the country, as well as cheap credit or credit at lower rate of interest to the rural population. So these were the underlying problems which were associated with rural India, and it was thought out that the regional rural banks, to be very precise, will cater to these following needs. So given the underlying objective or idea of why they wanted to set up regional rural banks, let us see what steps the government of India took so as to give it a form. And it was seen that the government of India appointed a committee under the chairmanship of Narasimha in 1975, or appointed a working group on rural credit to look at the possibility of establishing a regional rural bank. This group, or this Narasimha committee rural credit group, they recommended that 5 regional rural banks should be set up during the October of 1975, and these 5 regional rural banks were set up to cater to the problems of rural India. So you can see that this is how the government of India gave shape or gave form to the concept of regional rural banks in the Indian context. Furthermore, the regional rural banks were set up in accordance with the provisions of the ordinance passed by the Narasimha committee, that is the government of India, obviously, on the recommendations of the Narasimha committee, as well as the Regional Rural Bank Act of 1976. So all the regional rural banks in the Indian context are governed by the provisions of these two important laws. So this is how you can see the idea of a newly formed institution that would cater to the rural parts of the country came into shape after the appointment of a committee by the government of India. Now, since the regional rural banks were set up in October 1975, let us look at what were the underlying objectives or aims of the regional rural banks in the Indian context in October 1975. And they were take banking to the rural masses. That means I'm talking about regional rural banks should take banking services to the rural masses. Second, they should take banking to unbanked sectors. So this is again one of the very important objectives or aims of regional rural banks. Then we have mobilize savings from the rural masses. So this is how you can encourage savings. If you have a financial institution which is giving you good rate of interest, to be very precise, for your money, then you will probably start encouraging the masses to save certain amounts on a daily basis or monthly basis, and as a result of that, the objective of the rural banks or regional rural banks was to do this, that is to mobilize savings from the rural masses. Then to provide cheap institutional credit to agricultural labor, artisans, small entrepreneurs operating in the rural setup. So this was again an important thing, because we saw that the credit available to them was at very high interest, because these were the problems associated with the rural India, and they were given by money lenders or non-institutional sources. Now moving towards something called as institutional source of credit, and it should be given to agricultural laborers, artisans, small entrepreneurs, etc. Thereafter, the underlying objective or very important objective of regional rural bank was to make sure that the credit which it is disseminating boosts agricultural activities and other productive activities in the rural area, such that it will provide different employment opportunities to the youth. So this is how you can look at the idea of regional rural bank, or the evolution of regional rural bank in the Indian context. So this is how we see that regional rural bank took shape in India. So I hope the idea of what a regional rural bank is, what are its features, thereafter what were the problems associated with rural India, how regional rural banks were seen or envisaged as a solution to the same, and how the regional rural banks took shape with the recommendation of the Narasimha Committee, or the Rural Credit Committee under the chairmanship of Narasimha in 1975, led to the establishment of 5 regional rural banks in October 1975. And thereafter we see different aims and objectives of the same institution to cater to the problems of rural parts or rural masses of the country. So I hope the idea is pretty much clear. Please stay tuned. Thank you.